welcome to today's video. We have a wonderful tutorial lined up for you guys today. I'm really excited to show you a new fun skill that I've learned. So let's get started. Okay, so to start, you're just going to need some square pieces of paper. I'm doing 8.5 by 8.5 inches for my square size because that's just what I have on hand. That's what I like to use usually. So that's what we have here. And I've gone ahead and printed them. You can print them on any type of paper that you have around. You have copy paper, you can have cardstock, whatever you have. Works pretty well with this project. This project is great. It's so versatile, so fun. I do want to show you guys one really cool thing. I did experiment a little bit with printing on craft paper. So this paper was originally just the brown craft paper. Printed some fun designs on it and I love them. They just kind of make them look a little bit more old and rustic. Some of my designs printed just on regular white copy paper, so it's totally up to you. Oh, I mean, look how cool that looks. I love it. So print on some fun papers, get some of your stash out, and use some of those papers. You can use papers that you don't like as much really well in this project as well. It's pretty easy to just use them and cover up the parts you don't like. Each one of my little journals that I make, I try and do 6 little folders. So I have 4 already made here, and I'm going to show you guys the best ways to make it. To start with one of our 8.5 by 8.5 pieces of paper here. You're going to want to decide if you want your fold to look like that, if you want your fold to look like that. Totally up to you. You want to keep in mind too, you want it to be right side up when you fold it down. So again, you can fold up however high you want your folder to be, but just try and do it consistent with each paper. So what I'm going to do is I want the top of my paper over here, and I'm going to score at 2 inches. That's the size I like. And you're just going to go ahead and fold that up. Create a little folder. We'll do this simultaneously with both of these. This one we will do at 2 inches as well. I didn't cut this paper very good, it's a little wonky. There we go. The way that those colors go together is just perfect. I love it. Our next step is just to fold that paper in half, and we're creating those little signature folder pamphlets. And one thing I've been doing is really making sure to crease my edges. So I'll grab a bone folder, and we are really going to get those edges down. Sometimes I might even open it up and fold the other side to really get it good to go. Another step I do often is just to go through and ink all your edges. I even will open it up because we're going to glue everything down. So I'll open it up and make sure to do this step right now so I don't miss it later. Oh, and one more thing, don't worry about opening it up this way and inking it, because most of these sides will get glued together. Okay, so now I have a great selection of little folders to begin our project with. You'll notice I switched up my background. I have this little protective, flimsy little faux wood cover I like to put over top sometimes. But anyway, back to business. We have our folders all ready to go. You can do 3 folders, you can do 6, you can do as many as you want to create these adorable little books. And we're ready to go. So I decided I want this one as my cover. So this one will be showing as well as this one here on the back, which is this like cool olive green. And now we're just gonna get down to the fun part, which is gluing everything together and then assembling. So I have everything in the order I want, so make sure you get that ready to go. And one fun option that I'm not gonna be doing, but you can do, is these little rounded edges. So if you want to do that, you'll just get a corner rounder and round out. You'll fold it in half and you'll round out these 2 corners. And then, sorry, no, you open it up, you fold it, then you round out these 2. And then you get these really cool rounded edges here, here, and here, kind of like that. But for the sake of today and just showing you the basics, I am going to not be doing that. So you're going to grab some nice glue and we're going to get going. I like to do a little bit down the middle. You don't have to do that. And then a little bit on these 2 sides. I find that when you put the glue down the middle, it just helps your pieces stand upright better in there and it just looks really good. So we'll go through and let all of those dry. Now that everything is perfectly put together, we can assemble the actual shape of our journal. I like to start from the back, and we're going to glue, but we're going to avoid gluing anything in this area, and you'll kind of see why in a little bit. I also am not getting super close to those edges because the glue will kind of expand as we go along. So then I grabbed my next piece here and I just keep lining up the spines like so. And then I check over here and we just try and get those pieces aligned. If you didn't cut your pieces super exact, then they're going to not quite line up. So I'm going to actually just redo that because these pieces are slightly different sizes. So I'm going to actually focus on lining up the top pieces as best as I can. Like that. And then I'm just going to repeat that process, leaving about an inch not glued down on the spine. And that part is very important for making space in your journals. We want to have lots of room to be able to add things in, especially if you're in the junk journaling space. You're going to have a lot of fun things you want to add on the inside. And make sure you're using pretty strong glue as well. I always get asked at least once in every video what glue I use, and it's just the art glitter glue. It's pretty versatile, it works good with fabric, works good with paper, and I put it in these little bottles, these ones, cute little things. You can buy tons of those on the line, bulk pricing, cheap. And that's great. So you can see it's taken its shape and it's just darling. Every page is just unique and different. And of course you can do this step as meticulously perfect as you want. I am not much of a perfectionist, so I don't think about it too much. I just kind of go for it. And when you flatten that, the glue kind of spreads out and covers the whole surface, which is wonderful. Now we have our folder book. You can stop here, but we have some fun tips and tricks, other things that we want to do to finish this off. Oh, I love this paper. It's so beautiful. This is probably my favorite page. I would have done that as a cover if I had that on the outside, but I love this one as well. So now we want to make a spine. So as you can tell from this, I used fabric. You can use paper. The pro to using fabric is it can expand easier with the book. It's probably going to last longer if you want this to be super durable. So I'm going to be using fabric again. But again, guys, do what you want to do and kind of explore your options. This is some linen ribbon I have. I just want that as a fun decorative layer behind my fabric. So I'm going to make sure to put that down before I go any further. You can see that the glue will go right through that. And then to finish it off, well, it's actually sticking pretty good. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let that glue dry, and we'll talk a little bit about this spine. Pick a fun fabric that kind of looks cool with whatever project you're working on, or again, you can use paper. And we're just going to create that spine. So I already cut mine to size. It doesn't really matter how wide you want it, just keep in mind that you're gonna want it like that on the back. You don't want it to be like too loose where it's high. You kind of just want it to be nice and snug but not tight. Just want it to fit just right. So I cut mine to my preferred size, and we're just going to start with some glue. And I do a little bit extra glue on this step usually. Oh my goodness, this glue is driving me crazy. Yes, now I'm extremely open to other glue options, especially, I don't know, it has to be paper friendly, it has to be good at not wrinkling your pages, it has to be dry clear, right? And I mean, it has to be long lasting. Like, I want my journals to be pretty durable, so there's a lot of requirements that this definitely hits, but there's probably more out there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna stick my fabric down, and I think I'm getting a call. I'm gonna stick my fabric down. I just got to talk to my sweet sister who is serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I won't see her for a year and a half. She's in Texas. So I got to talk to her for a little bit and catch up. So that was really fun and sweet. She's doing so good and I love her. So we'll get back to the video. We have the fabric here all ready to go, and we just need to glue it to the back. And the trick to this is not to make your spine like squished like that, like super tight, and not to make it too big either where it has lots of extra slack. You want it to just be loosely against the spine. So I'll just really quick kind of measure here about where it's going to be, and I'm just going to add some glue down that. Then we'll just gently fold that over, making sure it's not too tight. That is super cute. I love it. Looks really good on this side too. I'm gonna go ahead and, there's not all the glue got the glue, what am I saying? The fabric needs to be flat against that, so I'll go ahead and add some extra. Alright, and so now we have, look at that, this like beautiful flat book. I have another piece of lace that I just want to add as for extra detailing because I think that would look really pretty. So I'm gonna just go crazy with this glue and add a ton right there so I can get this lace to stick, because this lace is kind of different. I don't know, it's not super flat, so it's gonna need a lot of glue. And then you can add a fun little thing here on the front. I'm thinking I'll just do this little create thing, maybe like in the corner or up top, right there. I think that looks pretty good right there. I'll try it there. I did have these little brads, and then I used washi tape to secure them so they won't be a problem. But we do need to add lots of glue since those brads do poke up the paper a little bit. I think we'll try right about there. Maybe let's scoot it like right, yeah, right there. Even though we have like all this decoration on the side, I like my little things to be centered, so I tried to find the center as best as I could. We'll just need to hold that for a second to get it to dry where we want it. Oh, I love it. I know it's like spring-ish time, but this would make a really good Halloween journal cover, in my opinion. I think that's super cute. Okay, so now you know how to make these adorable little file folder books, and they're just a treasure. I absolutely love them. They're so cool, and again, you can use them in so many different ways, and that's what I love about them, is you can create little journal packs for a new beginner or a crafty friend of yours. These are great if you want to create journal kits to like sell. You could put a whole ton of your extra little cutouts and pieces ready to go, and you know, you can add your own touch to them and just make them super cute and super fun. You can decorate these front little pockets here. I think that would be pretty cute right there. So I'll just get some glue and we'll add that right there. So you can kind of add your own touch, make it your own thing, make it unique, of course, and then you can add all sorts of fun things and decorate the inside. If you always end up with a ton of extra supplies in, you know, as a junk journal or as a crafter, then I think this is a really great way to get rid of some of those supplies while either making money or being generous and gifting to a friend. I think those are really, really great ideas. And a great way to use up our monthly kits too. So I always end up with a lot of supplies left over from the monthly kits. This is such a great way to create a stuffed file folder and just use some of those things that you never got to use. Lots of different ways you can do it, lots of different sizes you can do. This one was an 8x8, this one was an 8.5 by 8.5, so not too different, but a little bit of a size difference there. And you can do a 12x12, you can do a 4x4, make it teeny tiny, totally up to you and what you are feeling. So this was made using our February kit that we released. If you like florals and this kind of vintage style, then this kit is for you. If this vintage style is not your thing, we also have lots of other more, what do we want to call it? We have shabby chic, we have grunge, we have like just cutesy, we have all of the styles, and you can start a fun journal collection and make some fun items. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Goodbye.